Once more, we are welcome to this platform. Very important, very important, very important. And you must hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button and share. Don't be selfish. Now, take a look at this. Take a look at this. This is Bole Butake's Lake God. And I know you have a copy of this. Yes, I know you have a copy of this. Yes. Now, inside this beautiful collection is a play titled And Palm Wine Will Flow. And you see, that play has come to replace A Husband Has Gone Mad Again, because it's a pure traditional African play for paper 2. But then I thought it wise that I will hit one of the most important questions that the examiner is likely going to bring in paper 2 when it comes to African plays. And what is that question? I know that is what you are eager to find out. Now, the first things first, there is no way we can study Bole Butake's Lake God without understanding what popular theater is. That is it. I got you. So the examiner is likely going to discuss things like popular theater. Oh yes, because popular theater is theater of commitment, theater for the masses. Yes. Now when we talk about popular theater, let us put a line between the two words and get to find out what it means. Popular theater. When we talk about popular theater, theater means art, theater means drama, theater means a play. When we talk about popular, we are talking about the masses, we are talking about the common man, we are talking about the multitudes out there, we are talking about the downtrodden. So all these words are not there for decoration. It is there for you to understand why Bole Butake has written for you and I, the common man walking down the streets. So the question we ask ourselves is this: what is theater for the masses? What do we understand by theater of commitment or popular theater? It is simple. It just means theater that presents the life of the common man, theater that presents the everyday struggle, challenges and experiences that the common man faces in his everyday existence within a community or a country or a town. Now that is what we call popular theater. So if Bole Butake has written And Palm Wine Will Flow, that is because he wants us to understand that the play is peopled with characters like you and I who go through everyday challenges that you and I faces. So it is a play that mimics, it is a play that presents, it's a play that exudes, that captures the very essence of life within the inner city of a local community. It could be a town, it could be a country. What that ordinary man down there is going through, we call it popular theater. What are the moods and mores that marks their day? What are their troubles? What are their gifts? What are their aspirations? Popular theater. So the question is simple. Discuss Bole Butake's And Palm Wine Will Flow as popular theater. Like I said, it's simple. You must know the hallmarks, the features, the characteristics of popular theater. You state it, and then you illustrate it with evidence from the play, thereby proving that it is popular theater. Number one characteristic feature of a popular theater. First, popular theater is set in a rural community. It is set in a rural community. Now when we get into Bole Butake's And Palm Wine Will Flow, the play is set in a fictional rural setting, a fictional village of Iwawa, ruled by a faun whose name is not given. Now that tells us that it is a popular theater because the fact that it is set in a rural area gives us indications that we are going to be seeing live, lived or led by people of the lower levels of the society, given that it is set in a rural area. You might also want to understand that rural area means that people or those you find inside the play carry out ordinary activities like agriculture, communal gatherings, incantations, They are superstitious. All of this tells you that they are common people. So popular theater is set in a rural area because it presents life led by the common man. Number two. Another feature of popular theater is that popular theater deals with the problems suffered by the masses. Now when we talk about the masses, we are talking about ordinary people and the problems they encounter. Now when we get into Bole Butakes and Palm Wine Will Flow, we realize that the villagers of this fictional village of Iwawa, like Shengon, Sangom, Gwe, all of these are ordinary people like you and I, and they have one problem. They are facing a poor leadership. The fount of the village is a dictator who has taken the laws into his hands. So we observe that leadership has become another problem that playwrights always address in popular theater. Poor leadership is what drives the people. It's what actually drives the people mad. It is what punctuates their everyday suffering, because the leaders that they have are not leading them the way that they expected them to do. Leaders tend to be selfish. They tend to prioritize themselves. Most leaders are corrupt. They are so corrupt in popular theater that they tend to do things that are unorthodox and least expected of them, like giving top positions to people who least deserve them. There is no merit. A case in point in And Palm Wine Will Flow is when the firm has given a title, a red feather, to a character who least deserves it, and Sangong tells Shengon about it. So we observe that titles are given to notables not based on merit, but by personal affiliations and the way the firm feels. 3. Popular theater deals with an uprising. Uprising means that popular theater is often punctuated by a revolution, a social revolution, enacted by members of the public, the common man. Now when we get into this, we observe that the firm's palace is finally burnt down. Why is it burnt down? Because there's a revolution. Oh yes, there's a revolution. And I'm going to tell you how that revolution played out if you would hit the subscribe button and look out for my next video. Like I said, we keep our videos short. We are going to look at all the hallmarks of popular theater, or at least 6 or 7 of them. And then we are going to touch on aspects of humor and look at how stage-worthy And Palm Wine Will Flow is. So I want to believe that we now know what popular theater is and at least 3 of its features or hallmarks. I'm going to discuss the other 3 in our very next video. So you stay glued to this channel. Hit the subscribe, like, and share. Share as fast as you can and as far as you can. See you in our next video.